Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome to our channel, our community, the place where we come and hide from the world. Or we get exposed to the world. I don't know what it is, guys. But it's 2:25 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon. Right. So guys, usually I'd be going to work tonight, but I'm not. I'm home with my puppies and unpacked some stuff and figured I'd do a video because you know what, guys? I think they're coming. They be coming around the mountain when they come. They be coming around the mountain when they come. They be coming for old Gypsy, pipsqueak. There's only Gypsy Rose, and they're coming down the mountain, and they're coming down the mountain, coming down the mountain, and they'll handcuff her again and throw her in the joint. Yes, guys, rumor has it it's getting hot under the collar for Gypsy Rose. And those of you that say double jeopardy, there's other charges. Guys, why do some of you just want to say, oh, forget it, she unalived her mom, give her a second chance. I know she's destroyed a marriage, destroyed other people, but you know, she's just so pretty. We got to give her another chance. First of all, she ain't so pretty. She's not even pretty on the inside. Why are we giving her another chance? No more chances for Gypsy Rose. Seriously, they're coming down. I think they're going to come down hard on her, and I do think before the year, Gypsy's going to find herself in her new old home. The joint, the clinker, school. My dad used to call it school, college. Not for Gypsy, because Gypsy didn't do anything there. I think it took her all day to keep her room organized because we all know how much she does not do that. Guys, Nina, the beauty influencer, the only person that I get beauty advice from, had a little video that she put out that had to do with another person's video that explained why they're going to come after Gypsy Rose. But here's what I think. I think there's so much noise now that you can't ignore it. You really got to be more than deaf to ignore what's going on here and to think that Gypsy got away with murder. So let's listen to Nina, and let's talk about this.
Allegedly, Gypsy Rose has an open investigation for the feds. And y'all, why is absolutely insane. Now, Key done spilt the beans, but before I show you what Key said, I need you guys to watch this so it actually makes some sense.
Yeah, he's gonna come visit me tomorrow. I think I'm spending... Yeah, he's gonna come visit me tomorrow.
Someone I work for who is an attorney, look up this case on his database. And it's only available to people who work for the courts, for lawyers, prosecutors, you know, whatever. It's a login that none of us have access to, and he said that the charges, the case is missing from Missouri CaseNet because there's an open investigation and it's federal. It's federal. And he texted me this morning, and he said, "Who is David Blanchard?" And I texted back, I said, he's of no relation apparently. He was a neighbor who claimed to have, crawled through the kitchen window with the crime scene photos. I sent him all the case files on this. I sent him everything, allegedly. And in these new pending, allegedly, in these new investigation charges, these new pending charges, allegedly, David Blanchard, his name is listed several times.
The first time I realized there had to be something with David Blanchard is when I saw that live. Do you guys actually see the look on Gypsy's face? She looked like, holy cow, how would you know? But it's like she was trying to catch herself and she repeated herself. She was like, yes, he's coming to visit. He's coming. She looked very uncomfortable. And that was alarming to me. I had never thought anything about David Blanchard. Even though his story didn't add up before, I never really thought about him. But after that, he was on my radar.
So now if you listen to Nina's video, she'll go on to what her theory is. I'm going to tell you what my theory is. First of all, I don't think that there's any way that David Blanchard fit his fat ass. I couldn't fit my fat ass, and my fat ass isn't even as big as his fat ass through that window. That ain't going to happen. And there didn't even seem to be a mess of anything being knocked over with the guy, like, going through the window, right? There wasn't that. So, like, if you go through something, you're going to kind of knock things around, especially where you can't see where you're going. But he ain't fitting in there. He's not fitting in there. So, he says he got in the house. First of all, like I said before, that house was so filled with so much shit that you couldn't just go, nobody's there. It's not like my house where you could clearly see paths through to other doors and shit. That house, if you looked at those pictures, it was a hoarder's dream. And he would have had to have, like, gone through stuff to see, did something fall on her? Did a kingdom of boxes fall on her? Did a bookcase fall on her? Did the fucking medicine cabinet fall on her? Anything but to just take a peek. And I didn't see her, no. And, you know, they said that the reason why they couldn't smell Dee Dee was because there were cats in the house that, you know, Gypsy never took care of, and the house smelled like piss. So if it smelled like the ammonia of cat urine, then, yeah, it probably did cover up the smell of Dee Dee. But no way in hell did David Blanchard fit his fat ass. Sorry, David, but again, my fat ass ain't going through there. And there's no way that he would have just taken a peek and seen whatever, because all you would have seen was a mess, just a horrible mess. So, and then I heard that his story changed a few times, that he did go in. At one point, he said he was afraid to go in. I'm hearing there wasn't a door to Dee Dee's bedroom. So there's just so much inconsistency. And, you know, Federal is the internet shit. Federal is mailing a weapon over state lines. Federal is some other shit that I don't think Gypsy quite knows about yet. Gypsy Rose. Listen to this video now.
Do y'all remember that clip that's going around where Nick is saying that Gypsy allegedly had more involvement that night? Well, in that article, it is being said that Nicholas says that Gypsy was holding down Dee Dee. Holding Dee Dee down.
Can you imagine that? I just want you to stop. Stop! And think about that. Think about somebody holding the person that birthed them. The worst she ever said about her mom was that she was overprotective. That's what Gypsy said. Even up into the interrogation. It was only when she needed an alibi did her mom turn into the monster that we know her as. And mind you, Dee Dee never got the chance to defend herself. The only thing she's ever been accused of was being overprotective. Now, we do know that she was somebody that malingered. She was somebody that scammed. She was a thief. We know this. But she was also the same person that Christy used to call Mama Dee Dee and let her kids go over to the house. And she used to get gifts from Dee Dee. She only had nice things to say about Dee Dee until an alibi was needed. This is all true. This is true, guys. You can go and check this out. This is all true. So the fact that we have watched a woman become made into this horrific person because it was convenient for somebody to use her daughter to use as an alibi for unaliving her. For unaliving her. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. So what do you think? What do you think about that? Because, see, that's the reality here. And if Gypsy would have just kept her mouth quiet and had gone away, you know, if she would have just gotten out of jail, kept stum, gone away, instead of causing all this destruction in the faces of people. If she would have fucked over Ryan and we would have read an article about it, we wouldn't have had all this social media. But she did it on social media. And she continues. She bought Ken a promise ring. promise? What the fuck's wrong with you? You're still married to somebody else. That doesn't show that you have any kind of couth or class. It shows that you're fucking classless, soulless. Something's wrong with you, Gypsy. And now you have pissed off enough people that they have made so much noise again that this is what's coming after you. And the safety of your home, you look around you, man. Is it really that safe there? Do you trust those people, Gypsy? I mean, do you? Do you really trust them? Because look at what you did to your biological mom, the one that you really did trust. So, do you really trust them? And do you think that they trust you? Come on, where do you think people are getting shit? What do you think is going on here? But she's going to end up back in the house. Listen. She's going to end up back at 111 Big House. Listen. And they're going to serve what? Ham sandwiches? I think they offer them with mayonnaise. You going to have the mayo, Gypsy? Anyway, guys, listen more. A little bit more.
This is a case that we haven't dealt with, and it's because it's so unusual. I mean, it really is an unusual case.
She died, but has said her death was violent.
The stuff you see in the news is horrible and not true. You know that I love my mama, and you know that I would never hurt her.
That what Dee Dee did to Gypsy was one of the most egregious forms of parental abuse.
Her mama was an insane, compulsive liar.
Now, guys, I want you to understand that that lawyer made a name for himself when he covered Gypsy Rose. He's probably scratching his head now saying, oh, fuck, what did I do? Because the walls of the dam are about to, like, you know, come tumbling down the walls. So, Stanfield, Mike. Mike Stanfield. Yeah. And listen, you're going to take the word of Christy? Why? Why are you going to take the word of Christy when, again, she only had nice things to say about Dee Dee when Dee Dee was alive? And again, let her children go over there. You see pictures of her kids with Dee Dee. I've put them up on other videos. She called her Mama Dee Dee. You know what I'm saying? So, why this putrid hatred now? Because it's convenient. Christy Blanchard, why should we believe you? You busted up a marriage. You went behind people's backs. You were nice to people in front of their face and stabbed them in the back, behind their back. Where is your good character? Where is your good character? I think Gypsy knows the gig is up. The gig is up. Finally it found me. And Gypsy, well, you unalived your mom because she just wasn't convenient for you anymore. So, and you cheated on your husband and you lied and you promised that you would advocate only to not advocate. You said you weren't going to put your kid online, but you're putting your kid online. We are going to know all about your children, each little dimple and any kind of feature, because you're sharing it with the world. Miss, I don't want to be famous. I just want to be the average bear. Well, you're not the average bear because you don't look like the average bear. You don't behave like the average bear. And you're infamous, which is a big difference. Please look it up in the dictionary if you're unaware of the terminology. And guys, tell me what you think, because, you know, I do feel bad for Dee Dee, because nobody deserves this. Nobody deserves a one-way narrative about their fucking life. This woman, you know, Rod did not always pay $1,200 a month. I'm not saying what Dee Dee did was right, but it didn't mean that she didn't love her daughter. It didn't mean that. It just meant that she was a crook. You know, that she was a scam artist, a con artist, that she took advantage of the system, that she made ways to take advantage of the system. That's what she did. And that's wrong. And she should have done time for it. not her life. And definitely not like that. And that needs to be screamed to the rooftops. Because why so brutal? Why so brutal? We're going to find out. We will find out. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Please like, subscribe, and share. Those of you that think you're subscribed, check again. Check again. Check again. Those of you that are on the fence is starting to tilt. I don't want you to break a leg, an arm, or whatever. Come on over to our side. It's free. We're not a cult. If you want to leave, you can. We don't make you stay. We don't even give you Kool-Aid. We have a nice community here. I'm so proud to be a part of it. And we usually tell each other what we're eating, what time of the day, night, where in the world we are. And anyway, guys, I really appreciate you. I really do. And I thank you so much for changing my world. You guys are changing my world. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one. Be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow, I cannot stop singing.